What is up, YouTube? I'm Laura, and you're watching Atomic News. And I'm just sitting in my backyard right now, chilling out. Yes, I did put my sunglasses on because I have no makeup on my face. But I wanted to give you guys a quick border update. If you haven't seen the video already, when this live stream is over, would you guys shush? The dogs. When this live stream is over, I want you to go and watch the video that I posted earlier today. You guys, please excuse the fur babies here. Junior, Liberty, hey, stop it. I uploaded a video, and I wanted to show you guys the newest, most upsetting location for housing illegals is here in Arizona. Scottsdale, you guys. Scottsdale is the new hotspot to house migrants that are coming over the border here from, Arizona from Mexico. So I wanted to show you guys exactly where that location is in case anybody wants to go on an adventure or take part in some of the protests that are happening in that area. But let's get into it. Because I know some of you guys are just here for the juice, and that's it. So just a couple things of difference on the border, I should say, because nothing's really changed. In Texas, a couple weeks ago, there was 5 very young girls, okay, under the age of 6, abandoned and basically just dumped on a Texas rancher's property. Nobody there to watch over them, nobody there to take care of them, or for the ones that were really little, change their diapers. Nobody there to feed them, give them water, comfort. These kids have no idea where they were just dumped there. Yeah, out in the middle of nowhere. They're migrant children, okay? This isn't one of those things where, you find a telephone number pinned to their shirt or their shoe or whatever, and then you call that number and they're like, oh yeah, I'm his host family or whatever they say, This isn't that kind of situation. This is probably like one of 2 scenarios. Either they were being smuggled across and their parents met their untimely demise, whether it be to their own hands or to the hands of the coyote. But the other scenario might be that those children were used, like we've seen many times already, used to simply just get over the border. Even if they're coming in through a remote area, they'll still use those kids to get over the border just in case they get caught and they're like, I have a kid. And then it helps their chances of staying here in the U.S. and not getting deported back. So that's most likely the scenario. Other than what confuses me is there were 5 of them. So unless there were 5 individual people that were not related, I don't know, using the 5 different kids. I don't know why they would bring 5 versus just 1, because you're going to get the same outcome. Those people are going to get to be processed into family holding areas instead of just for women or just for men, or not automatically deported back. So that's sad. Just think about that, though. So those kids were out there overnight in the elements by themselves, all under the age of 6. Anything could have happened to them. That's how disgusting the border is, you guys. That's how disgusting the border is. The other thing that I wanted to tell you guys about, and it kind of goes hand in hand with this, because the scum of the earth are the coyotes that are bringing, these people over the border. And excuse me. Yes. I know. These people coming over the border, okay, what did Trump tell you? These are not their finest. This is not Mexico's finest. This is not Guatemala's finest coming. This is not El Salvador's finest coming. It's not. And everybody's like, oh, but it's just women and children and families and, right? Let's remember those little girls alone in the elements, okay, that were abandoned. The amount of sex offenders crossing the border right now has increased over 3,000% since the beginning of the fiscal year. Over 3,000, okay? 10 alone caught in the month of May. Okay, that's a lot, all right? These are people with records that when they pull them up, they have records. And they're just walking right into the country. And because Biden has taken a lot of Trump's policies and taken his black marker and, scribbled them out, basically, we've got catch and release going on again, you guys. The wait in Mexico thing is not happening. So these people get over the border. Hey! You watch that video that I posted right before this one, you're going to see what happens. Where do they go? Because the detention centers on the border or near the border are full, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to transport these people into the heart of Phoenix, into Scottsdale. Yes, that's right. Go watch that video after this. Scottsdale now, okay? Scottsdale people are pissed. They are protesting all over Memorial weekend. But I'm gonna lose my train of thought. So they're overflowing at their facilities closer to the border, and they bust them up here into the Phoenix area, and a lot of them disappear into the cracks of society. If you watch that video that I posted, you're gonna see me talk about they're just walking around. What, did they just get processed and they're just walking around on the streets here in Phoenix? What if one of those was one of those, sex offenders, okay? What if that was one of them? What if? And they just didn't get caught because they gave a fake name or whatever. What if? What do you guys think? Have you guys been watching the border? Let me see here. I'm trying to read your comments here. Check DNA. Maybe they are siblings. Right. Exactly. Most likely not. When they did that DNA testing during Trump's presidency, there was a very large percentage of them that were not related in any way, shape, or form. And those were just kids that they either found en route, stole, borrowed, whatever, trafficked. And it's sad. And I've said this so many times on my channel that there's going to be an entire generation of children from the south of us that are going to be angry at the United States because we did not do enough to stop the child trafficking associated with the border crisis. And you know what? It is our responsibility to a certain point, to a certain, in a certain, you know what I'm saying. Sorry, it's been a day. My mom just had her kidney removed, the atomic Nana. She just had her kidney removed today, so it's been a long day. And for those of you guys that don't know, I'm sure you guys, some of you know because you're on my Facebook. I've been having a lot of health issues lately. Like 3 weeks ago, I passed out in the shower, and Mr. Atomic was home, but I still had to get dragged out of the shower, totally soaking wet, naked. To the world, and by the paramedics, they pulled me out, and I was having neurological symptoms, let's just say, not a seizure, but they're doing a lot of tests right now. I had to wear a heart monitor for 14 days to see if these palpitations I get are somehow linked to that, which I've had these since my early 20s, so I think if there was something wrong, I would know, but I don't know, maybe not. And then now I just had an MRI today of my noggin, and I have to have the cardiac stress test. Has anybody watching this, has anybody had one of those? I'm not looking forward to having to sweat. And then I had an EEG and it came back abnormal. So now I get to have a 24-hour EEG next week, where I have to have all the wires in my head and whatever for 24 hours. Yeah, it's going to be really sexy. But to try and figure out what they saw, what it was, because he says it kind of looks like seizure activity, but I don't have seizures, so I don't know. I do have moments where I like blank out for a second, lose my train of thought, like could be. I forget what they call them, absence seizures. That's possible, but I don't know. We'll find out. So we'll find out. That's why Atomic News has been pretty quiet. You know, I've had a lot of health issues in the past couple years, but that's what I've been up to. I just wanted you guys to know that I have not forgotten about you. I've not forgotten about my channel. I love you guys all for still being here. Some of you have been hanging out with me since the very, very beginning, and I love you for that. That's awesome. Hold on. Don't get mad at me. I hope you guys enjoyed that video that I uploaded earlier, where I showed you the hotel in Scottsdale that's housing the migrants, and then the elementary school that is still hosting migrants in Phoenix. And then I hope you guys, you know, enjoy these two little tidbits that I had for you guys about sex offenders being up 3,000% on the border, and then the 5 kids under 6 that were abandoned as soon as they got over the border. So so sad. It's sad. It's so sad. Those kids. Like, can you imagine telling your life, your story? Like, let's say you're in your 20s and you're on a first date with somebody, and you're like, yeah, I'm from Guatemala, but I came to the United States via smugglers, and they just dumped me. Yeah, so I'm a dumped baby. Yeah, can you imagine that being your life story? I mean, that's sad. That's sad. That's all I gotta say. I just want to touch base with you guys and tell you guys I'm still here. I'm still here. Still watching the border. Still watching the news. Trump is still my man. My dog's name is still Trump Jr. So nothing's changed. It's just that I haven't been here as much, and I apologize, you guys. I'll try to do better. We're going camping in a week and a half, so we're going to do some videos, the Atomic family, for the review channel, Atomic Adventures and Reviews. I changed the name, by the way, because it was just Atomic Reviews, and now it's Atomic Adventures and Reviews. And then we're going to do some videos for Atomic Preppers. So if you're not subscribed to either one of those channels, you guys go over there, just search it, you'll find it, subscribe. What does this say? Tina, your channels are terrible. Thanks. That's awesome. That's really funny that you say that, because this channel, back when it was monetized, I guarantee made more money in 1 month than you do in your job. So tell me how they're terrible. You know what I gotta say about that? All right, guys. Until next time, peace out.